Hey guys, if you're selling on Etsy, I hope you're listing up on a regular basis and not just sitting around because the whole thing about selling digital products, especially clip arts, and clip arts is obviously my speciality, is that you are listing on a regular basis. You're finding those low competition pockets, if you like, or niches or sub niches on a consistent basis, right? To give yourself the chance. Now, as you know, digital products are cheap, right? They sell cheaply, but the whole thing is what you're doing is you're building a catalog, and you should be building on catalog and looking at the long game. This is most definitely not a get rich quick scheme. It's definitely something that you do need to build over time. And yeah, I will be teaching this in my new community. But the thing about this is what you need to understand is that you have to be consistently finding those evergreens, those seasonals to build your store, right? I want to show you very quickly how to find those low competition niches, right? Um, and to validate this. Now, I've just typed in something which is Seahorse PNG, right? Seahorses are, you know, they're something that people do buy. Um, Lots of different styles. These are all different styles of seahorses, right? One way you can get a good idea about what's selling instantly, if you like, and seeing what is low competition, because it's not just about having the word seahorse and just then, saying, okay, that's fine. That's low competition or that's high competition. Yes, that is an indicator, but there's many different things you need to do to tick the boxes to understand. Now, like I said, I use Everbee, my go-to research tool, so I hook it up, and then it gives me lots of information at the bottom. So if you haven't got something like this, you can try it out. The link is below. But literally, I'll do a scan. So I might type in a word, then I'll do a quick scan, and then I would like to see what listings are making money, because there'll be something about a particular listing that's working. All right. There'll be a reason why something is not selling and there's something that is selling, right? There's what's a reason why something converts and why something doesn't convert, right? And it's just pretty much understanding what people are looking for, right? So you might look at something like a seahorse PNG, right? And think, okay, that keyword seems to be a good one. So I might go across let me just use Everbee, give you an example. Let me go to keyword research first, right? Let me go to keyword research. So I might type in seahorse, right? Seahorse PNG, and then click that. Okay, so I've seen that there are some related keywords that are not too bad, right? Look, PNG seahorse, seahorses, Clipart PNG. There are people that do search for it, not a massive amount of volume, but when you add them all up, there's quite a bit. Okay, but there is something that does appear even on the keyword score, which gives you another hint on what type of seahorse may be selling better than others, right? Now, Everbee gives you keyword scores, right? The higher the keyword score, the better. Here is the competition, so you know how many people you're competing with, and the volume is how many people search for this particular keyword. So, for example, Seahorse PNG, right? 13 people a month search for it, has a competition of 1987, right? Now, people type in PNG Seahorse, which has a higher volume of 72 and a competition slightly less. So it has a keyword score of 40. Okay. So you can see how it works, but obviously, hopefully, with the way you do your title, your tags, and so on, you'll be pushed up in many different search terms for seahorse. Now, when I show you which ones are probably the better ones, we're looking for a higher keyword score. So as I look at the related seahorse PNG, I can see that there's something called the cute seahorse, which has a higher keyword score. So I'm going to make a mental note of that. Then I can see another one, which is a baby seahorse PNG, which also has a very high keyword score. So already, using my investigation, I found out that the seahorse is quite a good one, right? Low volume, but that's okay. Listen, this is about it's building blocks, guys. This is what you need to understand. This is a business that you are building, right? If you're doing digital products, you are building a business. This is never going to be an overnight winner for you, right? This is a building block. You need to make sure that you look and review this after a long period of time, right? There's going to be listings that never sell, some that sell a little, some that will massively sell. It's just the way it is. But what you're trying to do is you're trying to give yourself the best chance possible. So when you do this kind of research, this is how you do it. There's many different strategies that I use. This is one type where, let's say you're looking at something, seems like it's reasonably low competition, but then you have to go into a sub niche into it. And this is where I do find those very low competition ones that you can get into and actually make the money. So, for example, cute seahorse and baby seahorse is what most people want, or should I say, are the ones that have less competition. So now that I know that, then mentally, if I was to create something like this, I'm not going to be creating, let me just go up here. I'm not going to be creating any of these types of seahorses. They're not baby or cute ones at all. And, the numbers tell you as well. When I look at these numbers here at the bottom, it's telling me zero sales. There have been 20-month-old listings, zero sales. So, but to give yourself the best chance within this niche, then you need to be looking at the sort of more of the cute ones, right? So I'm just going to come and see if I can see any kind of more cute ones. And on this line, I'll just show you this line. This is interesting. So this line, you can see that you got seahorse there, you got seahorse here, you got seahorse there. There's actually zero sales on this, except for this one, which has probably the most views, massive amount of views. Yes, it's an older listing, okay, but what does it actually have? Yeah, it's a bestseller, and it has cute seahorse, which is the one that has the best keyword score. So they've definitely understood the remit. They've understood what they need to create to give their listing the best chance possible of selling. And it's not too bad. 45 sales in a month. That's really good, right? It doesn't guarantee you guys anything, but what it does, it gives you more information, guys. It gives you more information. So for me, what I'll take away from this is a few things, right? I'll look at this and think, okay, so cute or baby is a low competition one generally. But it's also about, what makes this a bestseller. I personally think that it's also having other undersea clip arts that is giving it a good chance because if, think about common sense. If you're going to buy a seahorse, cute seahorse, then you might want to have other cute undersea creatures, right? Makes sense. So that could help also push the listing and get those sales. And this is what I'm trying to say, guys, is it's way more than just, data. And, yes, analyzing is important, but, you could think you're getting into a good niche, but you do need to sub niche further. And then you also need to study the designs that are working because cute seahorse could mean anything, right? It could be anything. But this at least gives you a reference point, a design reference point of the kind of thing that is actually desirable because you have the data there, which is 93,000 views. Yes, it is an older listing, but it's making around monthly sales of 45 sales. And this is what you're doing. You are building your catalog, getting profit or income sales from listings like these evergreen ones, we call them, right? That's how what you got to do. You got to combine those evergreens, those seasonals, and build your catalog. But you need to give yourself the best chance possible by creating designs for ones that have a best chance of selling, like this one, guys. So remember, have a research SEO tool, cook it up, get some understanding about keyword scores, right? Try Everbee, the link is below. Study the designs that are actually selling. Look at the data from the actual listing, like you see here. You got views, conversion, listing A's, all of that. Actually, designing, selling on Etsy is not just about designing cute watercolor designs, guys. It's not that. It's about doing your investigation, giving your, letting Etsy understand that you understand what people want. Because when they match your design, your listing to buyer, then you're giving yourself the best chance possible because you've created something they actually look for and want, right? So when you see a listing that has favorites, then sales, views, this is all valuable data, guys, right? And this is so, so important because then it helps you become more efficient. You're not wasting your time. And, sometimes, guys, even with all of this, it may not sell so well. It does happen, you know. but what it does is it gives you the best chance possible of doing well. And if you consistently do this methodology, then that is where you will definitely win on Etsy. Anyway, guys, I want to stop there. If you did like the video, remember, hit the like, subscribe, smash the notification bell, and check out Everbee. The link is below as well. Take care.